Hello, Rising Phoenix community. This is Trevor and Master Olds here. I'm sure by this point you guys have all seen the message either posted on Facebook or you received it as an email in your inbox informing you about the status of group lessons, that we've canceled group lessons for about a month. And we wanted to make this video just to have a more personal talk about kind of our reasons behind that decision, to clarify some things and to answer any questions that you guys might have. So this is something that we've been deliberating on for quite a while.
Yeah, and we wanted to reach out and let them know that we're still here and we still have a plan and we're still moving forward as a school.
Absolutely. So we've been deliberating on our response to the coronavirus for some time and going back and forth, weighing some pros and cons, but over the weekend there were some developments that helped us really solidify and finalize our decision. Master Rhodes, can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we're both very, kind of stubborn, and we probably were originally planning to just kind of push through, and if there's only 4 people on the mat or whatever, we would still teach them. But then, this weekend basically seemed like unanimously the whole martial arts industry went from teaching group lessons to teaching virtual lessons. And it made me stop and think, like, all of my friends are doing this right now. And so Monday I called Trevor and I said, hey, why don't you come down here after the morning class and let's figure out what we're going to do. Are we going to stay open like we had originally planned, or are we going to close down like all the other schools?
And when we were thinking about that, really we realized that if we stayed open, there were 2 potentialities to that.
Yeah, so the first, potentiality is that people come even though they're a little bit sick, because they want to get their money's worth from their membership. And we don't want that because the health and well-being of our students is paramount. But the other potentiality is that they don't come. And even though we want to be here training and we're willing to, sacrifice ourselves for the greater good of all of our students, it's probably not good because those people who aren't coming will feel like they're wasting their money on something that they're not able to use. And so for those 2 reasons, we decided to close down the school, the group lessons at least. But then we had a choice to make. We could either follow in the footsteps of the rest of the industry, which was basically substitute our group lessons with virtual lessons.
While continuing to have membership payments rolling.
Yes. And I felt like that went against our core values as a school of quality and integrity. You guys signed up for in-person lessons, high quality in-person lessons, and that's what we aim to provide. And though many of you probably would have enjoyed the virtual lessons, and hope will enjoy, we are going to be providing those things. We'll get to that in just a minute.
Some might not.
Some might not. And so we just decided to put all of it on, kind of fall on our swords and put it all on hold. And Trevor's going to go into, some of those training opportunities that are available to us, even though we're not offering the group lessons. We're going to be offering private lessons and also some ways you can train at home and some virtual training opportunities as well as resources. Trevor, can you speak a little bit to that?
Sure. So since we've been open, we've been offering private lessons. A lot of people have taken us up on those, particularly right before people are testing. They want to make sure that they really have every aspect of their curriculum. But also people have just been taking us up on private lessons to get that really focused kind of comments and critique on their technique, to make sure that they're turning exactly how they want to be turning on that roundhouse kick and whatnot. So during this time, private lessons are really great. You can get checked off on your curriculum when you're training on your own. Come in, get checked off on your curriculum. We can even stripe you up during a private lesson if we see that significant progress in your technique, in your curriculum.
And just if I can interject,
Sure.
One thing that most people don't know about our private lessons is you do get a credit and a half for a private lesson because we're able to give you much more specific instruction. A lot of people use these private lessons right before they go to testing because we can just do so much more detailed work on your forms and your defenses. So that's why you get that additional credit.
Now, that said, we realize that people are not going to be able to do private lessons every day or with the same frequency that they were coming in for group lessons. So you're going to have to be training on your own. A private lesson is really excellent as that finishing, or not finishing, but polishing critique. Mm-hmm. You work on your own, you come in, and we can give you really excellent feedback on what you're doing. So to assist with training on your own, if you actually look in the back of your journal, you'll find these little, in the back of your handbook, you'll find little journal entries. You can write down, if you work out for about 50 minutes, you write down what you did in your workout, in your training, what techniques you worked on, what curriculum you worked on, and then when you come in for a private lesson or when we do resume group classes, you can receive class credit for those sessions. So it's really great to do that, but we realize training on your own is incredibly difficult. Mm-hmm. Getting up that self-motivation is really, really hard. So we want to assist you with that. We're going to be putting together some train-alongs, is what we're calling them right now, videos where myself, Master Olds, maybe both of us, will be there in front of the camera and we will lead you through stretching, some workouts that you can do in a smaller environment. We recognize that you guys probably don't have dojangs in your house that you'll be able to run around and do calisthenics in, but we'll find some exercises that you guys will be able to do and then walk you through some of our core techniques, practicing those. So punching, striking into the air, things like that. And then after those 30-minute videos, you can go and work on your curriculum. Now, a perfect curriculum to work on to fill out that 50-minute slot is your poomsae, your forms. Master Olds, can you talk a little bit about why poomsae are so excellent to work individually?
I mean, they were the original home exercise. They evolved at a time where the master wasn't really able to train publicly with his students, and that's kind of what situation we're in right now. Like, it might not be occupying Japan, it might be the oppressive coronavirus, but because we're not able to train as a group, we can train on our own with our forms. There are a complete set of motions that we should be practicing at our level, and once you start a form, you have to finish it. So it's like a complete workout routine, all in one, all inside itself. And one of the great things about forms, which is how they used to be used, is that, you know, if you go and you practice for a time and you come in for a private lesson, we can look at your form and see, you know, how you have improved. You know, is your front kick, are you pulling back your toes and hitting with the ball of your foot? Are you getting proper extension? And are you pivoting properly? Is your stance right? And that can be the checkup we need to see where you are at as a martial artist.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you don't know your forms, fear not, because we're going to be putting together some videos of all of our curriculum, including our forms and our poomsae, that will help you. You can watch, make sure you're doing all the moves correctly. This is something that people have been asking for a long time, but we really haven't had the time. Now we have a lot of downtime that we can really make sure that they're done to the quality that we want to hold ourselves to. So with that, we just want to finish by saying a big thank you.
Yeah.
We've been really, really overwhelmed by the amount of support that people have been sending our way, posting about the impact that Rising Phoenix has made on their lives. And so we hope that once this all gets to a more manageable level, once it's safe to come back, that we'll see you all back on the mats, our Taekwondo family.
But until then, keep training hard. Don't give up on your training. This is so important. You need to stay healthy, especially at this time.
All right. Take care.
Take care.